I get a lot of you guys asking me questions, which I love. I like to help out people, you know, the community spirit and kind of get people talking. I like that. So I have no problems with you people asking me questions. But today, I want to ask you the question. It's a question that's been asked 1,000 times before. What would be your ideal lens? There'd usually be some smart ass, normally me, who would say something like 8 to 600mm f1.4 with image stabilization. Now obviously, the laws of physics denote that such a lens would probably be impossible to make, or at least not affordable. But realistically, prior to me switching systems, I probably would have said my ideal lens for Canon would be a 400mm f4 prime lens, because currently, Canon offer a 400mm f5.6, which is a good budget level lens, but 5.6 can sometimes be a little bit restrictive. They do offer a 400mm f2.8, except that thing is about £7,000 and is huge. They have got a 400 f4, but it's one of their DO lenses, or diffractive optics, which is still stupidly expensive. Or they do offer the 200 to 400mm f4 with a built-in teleconverter, except you've got to sell your kidney to buy one. So I always hope that somebody like Sigma or Tamron would come out with a 400 f4 prime for around about the £3,000 mark, would make a brilliant lens for sports and wildlife shooters who couldn't afford the high-end 2.8, but would still offer great looking images. But realistically, I don't have a need for that sort of thing anymore, and having switched over to Sony, I've now kind of changed my mind on that anyway, because now my ideal lens would be a 35mm f2. Because if you'd seen my previous video where I talked about what lenses I now have for the Sony system, I explained that a 35mm 1.4, which is what I have right now, is just bigger than I need. I don't need 1.4. However, Sony's offerings are only 1.4s or 2.8s, and I find the 2.8 is just a little bit too restrictive. Ideally, I would love to see a 35mm f1.8 or f2 in something like the form factor of the 28mm f2, which would be great for travel, street photography, that sort of thing, would still work really well in low light as well. So if anyone from Sony, you know, happens to be watching, please, please, please. But we're not talking about me. What would be your ideal lens? If money was no object, it doesn't matter whether it's a lens that already exists or one that you hope somebody would make. Leave your comment down below, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.